our EA Sports as we get set for a Central Division matchup between the Chicago Bulls and the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavaliers coming off an excellent defensive win in their previous game against Milwaukee. Jeff, they did a lot of good things. What impressed you the most?
Defense. That's why they won. You always have a chance if you have a lockdown mentality defensively. They displayed that, and that's why they got the dub.
Nice move into the paint. For the layup, knocks down the shot.
You need guys who can make shots under duress and pressure. That was a well-defended possession, but that man stuck it even against the best defense.
Tries for the... Oh, he puts it down. What a beautiful pass. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Cavs ball.
Oh, that's nice right there. The finish at the rim with the nice dunk.
James is working hard, trying to back down his opponent. Jeff, I know you're a big movie guy. This past offseason, LeBron James acted in some movies. Is he a better actor than a player?
Well, his opponents would say he acts on the floor with some of his flock, but he's got another profession he's going to be good at, Mike. And doesn't it somewhat make you sick to your stomach that one guy is so good at so many different things?
Here's the screen. Irving on the drive. Slices through the lane, back and forth. Nice looking Euro step. Goes to the goal. Able to knock it down. 4-2. Chicago's leading Cleveland by a score of 6-4. James moves into the front court. Off balance, still gets it off. Hooks it in, a two-pointer.
The assist from number 0, Kevin Love.
Terrific block by Love. Jeff, we've talked so much about LeBron James, the championships, the MVPs, the incredible numbers. Sometimes we forget he's just a great team player.
Who, Mike? Who, Mike? LeBron James? I haven't heard of him. We haven't talked about him very often, have we, over the last decade or so, that we talk about him on every broadcast, whether he's playing or not? Listen, the crux of this guy is this. He's a global brand, but at heart, he's all about the team.
James for two, shoots away. Misses that one. James fires it up again. The Cavs with the offensive rebound for a second chance opportunity. And it's stolen by Irving. James won't go.
Getting the ball to the rim is so important to winning basketball. Great offense, great look. Just couldn't knock it in.
Fires away for two. Gets that one to drop.
2 points.
3.5 gone by in the first. Chicago's up by 4. He got a piece of it. Trying to keep that ball in bounds. Out of bounds. It'll be Cavaliers ball. And we have a substitution being made.
Chicago. Substitutions, Cleveland.
Jeff, earlier we talked about LeBron James. One thing we forget, he just loves to play.
And that's what it comes down to, Mike. This can be a very boring profession if you don't love the game of basketball. And people out there, fans, say, what do you mean they don't love it? Listen, not every NBA basketball player loves the process and the lifestyle That comes with being an NBA player. They don't love the game. They love what the game brings them. They don't love the game of basketball itself. James does love it. And that's why, to me, he's been able to maintain such a high standard of play over the course of his career.
Jeff, the Bulls, you know, are going to be right there fighting night in and night out. If Derrick Rose stays healthy, they certainly have a chance to compete for a championship, don't they?
Absolutely. The Eastern Conference is wide open. It really is. And Derrick Rose, we can forget, Mike, how good he was pre-knee injuries. The Bulls, with their talent level, they have a chance.
Irving fires for three with 1 on the clock. Misfires from long distance.
Hey, that's a tough shot right there. Solid team defense forcing the miss.
Poor pass there. Chicago's leading Cleveland by a score of 12-6. Irving for three with another shot. And Kyrie Irving with the jumper. Puts it in. He's got 7 points thus far.
Nothing prettier than the spot-up three-point shot. That one was dead center right from the start.
There's the double team, and he draws the foul. And he'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Smart basketball, preventing an easy score and putting a poor free throw shooter to the free throw line.
And he connects on the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second.
Entering the game for the Bulls, number 84.
Puts it up for 2. Nice touch at the basket.
4-2.
Chicago's leading Cleveland by a score of 16-10. Backing his man down to the basket. The Cavaliers with the offensive rebound for a new 24. Lets it go. Converts on the inside.
4-2.
To the basket, flips it up. An easy layup, and it won't go.
Driving the ball into the paint is the most important offensive tool in the game. He had a great look. He just missed it.
The ref says he steps out. It'll be Cavs ball. Half a minute to go here in the first. Chicago's up by 6. Jones brings it across. Oh, he swats it. The two defenders converge. Puts it down. And here's the replay with another look at that spectacular dunk. What a crowd pleaser. It'll count if it goes. First quarter complete. The Bulls up by 8. Stay with us for more. For both sides right now.
Subbing in the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Cleveland Cavaliers having another great season, Jeff. You know, as long as LeBron James is on that roster, they have a chance at a title.
Absolutely. You saw it last year. Even without Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love, they took the Golden State Warriors to 6 games. He didn't play efficiently, but he played unbelievably well in that final series. And with him, his team will always be a favorite to win a championship.
Love fires away from downtown. Love's jumper for three. Won't go.
Hey, you're not a one-man team. You've got to spread the ball around so that you can get better shots than that. A coach cannot stand for those type of shots.
James into the front court. Adjusts. Whistle blows. It's a foul. Pau Gasol picks up his first personal of the night. And it's on to the line for a couple of free throws. Nope. First free throw won't go. James, four-time MVP, just one of 5 players to have won the award that many times. You look at the names he's with: Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan. He truly is one of the great players of all time.
Well, there's no questioning that, Mike. I don't care what your top 10 list, or even if you narrowed it down to quote the Mount Rushmore of best players in NBA history, he's going to be under consideration. He can be, and maybe already is, the best small forward to ever play this game.
Irving shot for three, off the mark.
And when it comes to scoring, it just hasn't been a great start for him. But I'm confident he can turn things around.
Knocks it down. Gorgeous feed.
The assist from number 94.
Backing his way down in the post. Nice finish around the rim. In the paint, knocks it down. And it's an 18-point lead for the Bulls.
If that's the best he can do as a defender, then he has to come out and sit next to me as the coach. You've got to keep the ball handler out on the perimeter and make him take jump shots.
Gets past the defense. Nice. And LeBron James is whistled for the foul. Offensive. Chicago's leading Cleveland by a score of 33-15. Down into the lane. Inside. Knocks it down. That's a two-pointer. Chicago's shooting 94% from the field.
Look, you can't give up layups like that. You got to protect the basket and the paint at all costs.
Boy, there's some incredible point guard. Throws it down in his face with authority.
Now that's how you finish strong at the rim. That was worth the price of admission right there.
Oh, he shoots it, and a nice finish at the basket. Irving jump shot. That's good. Kyrie Irving with 9 points. For two. Good finish inside. There's the pick. James on the drive. What a rejection. They double him. Looking to curl in. To the rim. That's good for two. 22-point lead for Chicago.
That's just a nice layup right there.
Jeff, I didn't know that Love's middle name, Wesley, was in honor of former NBA star Wes Unseld. He's a family friend. And Unseld, just like Love, a big guy who can rebound and throw great outlet passes.
Well, that's what gets overlooked a lot of times with Love, and his shooting and his rebounding sort of dominate the conversation. But those outlet passes that he throws, those pinpoint.
But if you play defense with that type of commitment, with that type of passion, you're in every game.
Absolutely. The misnomer is that defense wins championships. But when you're going through and absorbing the injuries the Bulls have had the last couple years, you have to try to stay in games by playing tough as nails defense. And that's exactly the formula the Bulls use to play with great, great success.
Oh, he loses it, stolen by James. At the rim, can't get the layup to go, puts it down.
Oh, that's nice right there. The finish at the rim with the nice dunk.
Quick move to get inside. Gets to the rim, won't go. Quick rebound by Mozgov.
No question, they've dug themselves a huge hole here in the first half because they haven't been defensively dominant. But the way to get back in the game is contest shots just like that.
The two defenders swarm. Throws it up high. Here's an interception. To the rim. Double team closing in. Final seconds of the quarter, and he'll give it a try. And that'll do it. First half comes to an end. Chicago's up by 9. Jeff, we saw glimpses of Derrick Rose last year when he was healthy. He is still one of the special players in the NBA.
There's no question. The combination of strength and speed. He has got unique talent that doesn't come along very often. And when he's able to knock this rust off that's accumulated over the last few years due to injury, and he can get back to that consistent, efficient play that we've grown accustomed to, he's certainly an elite point guard.
And Kevin Love with the bucket.
You want to keep attacking the basket and get layups around the rim. That's how you score consistently.
Fires for two, gets it to go. The Bulls up by 17. Tries the reverse layup, knocks it down. A two-pointer.
That's nice body control right there on that layup. Good finish.
Now he accelerates to the rim. James the rebound. He's averaging 7 rebounds per game this season. The pass picked off. There's the double team. Pau Gasol was a champion in Los Angeles, Jeff. He wants to be a champion in Chicago. He's been a nice fit for the Bulls.
So many people thought his career was on the downside when Chicago signed him a season ago. But he proved last year to be, along with Jimmy Butler, the two most important players on their roster. Pau Gasol really was good for the Bulls last year, and I expect it to be an excellent addition again this year.
The two defenders converge. Puts it up. Oh, difficult shot.
That was the absolute definition of a forced shot. But it's hard not to smile when you see it go in. That was a gamble that somehow paid off.
James unable to flip it in.
I really like that. That's good defense, good sound defense protecting the basket in a close game.
Puts it up. Gets that one to drop. Chicago's leading Cleveland by a score of 49-32. Great to see Kevin Love back in Cleveland. It was killing him to be on the sidelines during that playoff run last year, Jeff. He's going to be a huge bonus this season.
Exactly, particularly when you miss due to injury. Mike, and he had sacrificed so much role-wise. And again, his ability to shoot long range, to post, and to offensive rebound, that combination is really difficult to find.
They double him. The Cavs with the offensive rebound for another possession.
2 points.
Gasol's trying for position in the paint. The two defenders swarm. Double team, still puts it up. Nails it. And it's a 17-point lead for Chicago. Irving against Rose. Irving for 2, lets it go. And Pau Gasol with his 6th rebound. Chicago's leading Cleveland by a score of 51-34. Here's the lob. Out of bounds. Ref says it'll be Cavaliers ball. And we have both teams with substitutions here.
Substitutions, Cleveland.
Irving bringing it up here. And he throws it down.
Oh, that's a sweet finish right there. Dunking the ball with strength and force.
Double team closing in. Unable to flip it in.
It's hard to pass the ball out of a great double team because you come to their body where they have no room to pivot or create space to throw the ball out of the low post.
Irving against Rose. James on the drive. Throws it down. What a play.
It's hard to stop a moving train like LeBron James when he attacks the rim, Mike. He finished with strength and force unknown to mankind.
Chicago's leading Cleveland by a score of 51-38. Unable to flip it in.
Poise and precision will get you a better quality shot than that. That's a bailout shot. That's a, I'm going to try to get us back in and be a hero type of shot.
Bang! From downtown.
That's just big-time offensive basketball in the NBA. Searching the open man out, hitting him on time and on target, and then finally capitalizing by making the shot.
And it's broken up. Oh, quick move gets inside. Fires away for 2. Rose's first shot tonight. Can't get it to go.
I like it. I'm seeing more effort in the last couple minutes than we saw in the first half. It may not result in a win here tonight, but the effort is something they can build on going forward.
James' shot turned back and goes out of bounds. Both coaches going to the bench right now and making some changes.
Substitutions, Chicago.
Oh, excellent screen.
2 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter.
Shot clock down to 2. That's from downtown. Slams it down.
Oh, look at the athleticism exploding up to finish with the hammer.
Chicago's leading Cleveland by a score of 68-52. There's a turnover. Nobody's standing in his way. Strong finish at the rim.
Raise your hand if you've seen this story over and over again tonight. Dribble penetration, allowing the ball right at the basket.
Stuffs it in the rim.
The assist from number 88.
There's the double team. Puts it in and draws the foul. And he'll head to the line with a chance to complete a three-point play.
That's just poor basketball right there. To give up a dunk and also a soft foul that leads to a possible three-point play, it's no reason that they're behind by a large margin.
Irving firing away. Off-balance three. Gibson, the rebound. He's averaging 5 rebounds per game this season. Into the paint. Looks to put it back up again. Nails it. That's a two-pointer. And it's a 21-point lead for the Bulls. Goes to the fadeaway. Gibson, the rebound. The two defenders converge. For the layup, counting, and the foul called against Mozgov. And he'll head to the line with under 30 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter.
And he earned the free throw, Mike. He deserves every bit of this three-point opportunity. He reacted perfectly to the contact, gathered his bearings, and got the shot off. Great play right there to earn the trip to the free throw line.
The assist from number 2, Kyrie.
They double him, gets right inside. They're all over him, still puts it up. Love the rebound. The two defenders swarm. And time is up. The final score is set.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bulls put together a nice win here today. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. Check out the leading scores for the Chicago Bulls.
Game track. Blocks.
The Cleveland Cavaliers gave up a lot of blocks in this matchup. However, they did win in the 4 shots category, which is how I think a lot of those swats were even made possible.
Player of the game.
Clark was a unanimous selection after today's performance. He couldn't be contained offensively, and he put on quite a show on his way to being the game leader in points. He was impressive offensively throughout the game, but he did most of his scoring in the first half. That set a tone which dominated the story in this matchup. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.
It's Wednesday night basketball here on ESPN as we get set for the first of 4 meetings this season between the Atlanta Hawks and the Chicago Bulls. All right, as this game gets underway, what's the key to success for Chicago here tonight?
The speed of Jeff Teague is outstanding. I think Teague's improvement will directly tie in to where the Hawks go from here. Because when he is in the lane and playing effectively offensively, Atlanta's got a real chance.
2 points.
The Bulls coming off a gratifying win in their previous game against Cleveland. Despite an opponent known for being amongst the best defensive teams in the NBA, they came away with a victory.
You've got to have a look in your eye when you play a great defensive team like that to give yourself a chance. You got to play with supreme confidence. You can't be back on your heels offensively. You've got to be in attack mode. And if you're in attack mode, then you have a chance, even against the very best defenses. Sometimes the best defensive teams in the league, they intimidate you into not being in attack and just being settle mode for jump shot, jump shot, jump shot.
To Teague. Moves around the defender. Hardaway against Rose. Goes to the goal. It's good. A two-pointer. He scored 12 points in their previous game against the Detroit Pistons.
Number 10, Hardaway Jr.
The Hawks coming off an impressive win in their previous game against Detroit. Jeff, what were you most pleased with in their previous game?
You make threes, you win games. That was the determining factor in the last game that they played. The ball goes in, you look like a genius. The ball rims out, you're an idiot.
2 points.
2 minutes gone by in the first. Chicago's down by 2. Nice touch at the basket.
When you play that good at defense and you contest the two-point J, you expect a good result there. The offense was just superior. The concentration and the follow-through, he stuck his shot.
Puts it up from three-point land. Knocks it down. He's among the league leaders in scoring this season.
What a beautiful stroke. Right down the heart of the basket. Big-time three.
Pretty spin. Now to the basket.
2 points.
Jeff, much of Atlanta's success last season, obviously the way they play team basketball, but the guy that made the team go was Jeff Teague.
Yeah, I think he's really improved. Think about it. A couple years back, he was on the trading block. And then they matched Milwaukee's small offer, and he signed back. And he's developed into a superstar.
3 minutes gone by in the first. Chicago's down by 1. Spins for the open look. Converts on the inside.
A great shooter's never even noticed the defenders. He thought he was out in the park shooting by himself.
To the basket. Just rolls in off the rim.
The pick and roll is difficult to defend, particularly if the screener's man doesn't either switch or jump out and
Alley-oop. Oh, what a play.
That's the easiest play in basketball right there. Catch it near the basket and flush it home.
It's going to be difficult for the Hawks to duplicate last year, Jeff. 60 wins, everything just seemed to fit, but it's still a fun team to watch because they play so well together.
They sure do. Mike Budenholzer has done such an outstanding job in putting his team in position to play well off of each other. Now listen, losing DeMarre Carroll has hurt them, no doubt, but they still have a formidable team led by Jeff Teague and their front line of Paul Millsap and Al Horford.
Terrific ball movement to the basket, flips it up, can't get it to go.
Mike, it's what I say all the time. Defend, defend, defend. If you are consistent with your defensive effort, you can wear on teams.
Gets it to go, +1. The block called against Horford. And now it's one free throw to finish off a three-point play.
Absorbs the contact, finishes the shot, and now works his way to the free throw line.
Millsap moving the ball. Excellent teamwork. Gasol the rebound. He grabbed 6 rebounds in their previous game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Remember last season, Jeff? First time in the Oz. There's the whistle, and the timeout is finally called.
I was about to get on my knees and beg them to take a timeout. Finally, they did. They called it, and now they're able to break the momentum of this run.
Sloppy pass.
2 minutes left in the first quarter.
What a dunk.
Oh, that's nice right there. The finish at the rim with the nice dunk.
Hardaway's looking to do damage in the paint. Lets it go for 2. And misses his first shot tonight.
Hey, you're not a one-man team. You've got to spread the ball around so that you can get better shots than that. A coach cannot stand for those type of shots.
Nice finish around the rim.
He got a hand in his face, but had no impact on the shot. Nice two-point jumper.
You know, last season, Jeff, when the Hawks were enjoying that 19-game winning streak, everybody called them the Spurs of the East. It's pretty appropriate when you look where Mike Budenholzer came from.
Yeah, Bud's a disciple of Greg Popovich, but I think when you label them something like that, you're taking away from what they accomplished. Atlanta set a standard of play last year that was as good as any team in the league with their habits and their effort on a nightly basis. I love what Mike Budenholzer has the Atlanta Hawks doing, and I'll tell you this, he couldn't have learned from any better coach than the great Greg Popovich.
He puts it in, a beautiful pass.
The assist from number 16.
Double team closing in. And they turn it over. In the paint, misses.
No paint game, no winning. You've got to get the ball at the basket, and then you've got to finish when you get it there.
Shut down, forced to make the pass. Inside, and a foul. And he'll head to the line with just seconds to go here in the first.
Team foul number 2. First foul in the last 2 minutes.
And he hits the first free throw.
Into the game for the Hawks. Number 25, Tamos.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
And number 32, Mike Scott.
Gets it right back. At the buzzer. So that'll end the first quarter. Chicago's up by 11. We'll be right back with more Wednesday night basketball. To their lineups right now.
Number 0, Jeff Teague. Stepping in for the Chicago Bulls.
And now he moves around the defender. Spins, knocks it down for 2. And it's a 13-point lead for Chicago.
They score early and they score often. This is a great offensive team built around a solid offensive system.
Gasol the rebound. He's averaging 5 rebounds per game this season. He loses control. Oh, he goes for the save there. Gasol's looking to set up in the paint. Wide open for 3. No go from beyond the arc.
It's a first half lead. You have to set the tone defensively, and all they're doing is hoping the other team misses.
He puts it up, gets to 2. Lucky roll.
Typically, that's not the shot you want, the contested 2. It worked out this time.
Teague against Rose. Terrific feed. Comes off the screen. He fires. Unable to flip it in.
And they got the ball right at the basket and just missed.
Curling in. Excellent ball movement. Great teamwork. To the rim. The Bulls with control on the rebound.
And once again, when the ball is up in the air, they're the ones coming down with it. This is the kind of effort that it's great to see.
Making the baseline move. Cephalosha able to put it in.
That's solid basketball right there. Creating an open two-point shot and knocking it home.
Chicago's playing some great team basketball, Jeff. You've got to love what you're watching.
Sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent, and that is what we're seeing here tonight. The intensity off the charts.
Cephalosha. One of the teams really interested to see how they fare this year is the Atlanta Hawks, Jeff. This is an intriguing team.
I think what Coach Mike Budenholzer did with his team last year and having them play beautiful offensive basketball like the San Antonio Spurs, which he was a longtime assistant for, showed the promise of this team and this organization.
Spins inside, and a nice finish at the basket.
Look at that release of that layup. Up and over the outstretched hand and the shot blocker. Beautiful touch.
Gets it off. That's a two-pointer. The Hawks with the offensive rebound to keep it alive.
2 points.
3.5 gone by in the second. Chicago's up by 15. Gasol tied up, has to make that pass. That's good. Chicago's 1 for 2 from three-point territory.
And what an offensive display we're seeing here today as they continue to wear out the net with all of their scoring.
Kicks it out to the perimeter. And he curls in at the rim. Unable to bring it home.
They've done a good job getting the ball into the paint, but unfortunately they just haven't converted at the basket.
Gets inside to the rim. Hits the shot. The Hawks down by 16.
Sometimes the simplest plays are the hardest ones to execute. Good layup.
There's the double team. Slams it home for 2.
Oh, that's a sweet finish right there. Dunking the ball with strength and force.
You know, Jeff, these Hawks have something to prove this year. They just were so banged up in the playoffs, we really didn't get to see the real Atlanta Hawks in the postseason.
No, they struggled, and some people predicted that they would because they don't have that elite offensive player that you could go to like LeBron James. And so when they got swept by Cleveland, it was portrayed, well, everyone knew this was going to happen, but I think people overlooked their injuries. And I would expect Atlanta to come back and play better in this year's playoffs.
Cephalosha. Green fires with 2 on the clock. And Pau Gasol with his 6th rebound. Spinning to the basket. That's a 2. 20.